Frances Jane Coomes was born around 1745 in Charles County, Maryland. Maybe. Well, her husband was born in Charles County, Maryland. This could be the case for Jane as well, or they could have met after William moved to Virginia. Her maiden name is unknown, but it could be Lancaster, Greenleaf, Greenwell, or Mills. Another debate is about her first name. In some cases, she is referred to as Frances, in others as Jane. I'm going to refer to her as Jane because the first time I saw her name was at Fort Harrod, where she is identified as Jane Coomes. She lived in Charles County, Maryland, and later moved to Virginia before coming to Kentucky. Her and her husband and their children, either 8 or 9, headed to Kentucky in 1775, making them and the others in their group the first Catholics in Kentucky. On their way to Kentucky, they stopped at Drennan's Lick, which is an area near Frankfort. While there, Jane made salt through the process of boiling salt water. This made her the first person of European descent to manufacture salt in Kentucky. Some sources say that she is the first female physician. She even performed surgery, fixed her grandchild's clubbed foot, and used herbs and other medicinal items to create medicine. This makes another historical first for Jane. She was the first female of European descent in Kentucky to practice medicine and possibly the first person of European descent to practice medicine. There was another doctor around the same time in the state, and we are unsure of who actually was first. While in Harrodstown, present-day Harrodsburg, Jane's family lived outside the fort, and of course used it as protection from Native American attacks when they needed to. Another role Jane took on was teacher. With the growing population at Harrodstown, a need for a teacher was a must. She taught at Fort Harrod for 9 years. This also makes her the first educator of Kentucky. Most of the population of Fort Harrod were under the age of 10. That population included 58 white and 7 black children. The black children, we assume, were slaves and were probably not provided an education. Jane was paid with tobacco, or pig or bear meat. She taught 3 to 4 months out of the year. The Coomes family left Harrodsburg and moved to Nelson County around 1789. Jane died in 1816 in Bardstown, Kentucky. I hope you've enjoyed learning about Frances Jane Coomes. She was a woman of first. She was instrumental in different settlements in Kentucky and provided services to the people of the frontier. Without her knowledge of medicinal plants and her ability to instruct her students, the lives of the early settlers of Kentucky would have been different and more difficult. Don't forget to try out audibletrial.com/kyhistorypod to get a free book of your choosing. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for more Kentucky history content. If you'd like to support the channel, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/kyhistorypod. Find us on these social media platforms and check out the Kentucky History Podcast on these podcast platforms for more in-depth history of Kentucky. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.